Previously on Town Hall 10 Free-to-Play, we looked at 4 of the top no-siege clan war armies. Today I need Dark Elixir. The hero grind never ends. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back for episode 24 of the Town Hall 10 Free-to-Play series. Can you believe it's already been 54 days since we went to Town Hall 10? It's crazy when you put it in that perspective in a timeline and you monitor your progress throughout the series. It's just like, wow, man, it's almost been 2 months. So this is that progression series where we play through Town Hall 7, Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9, and currently, as you can see, we are very much well into Town Hall 10. But the hero grind never ends. We have a builder available, and we have an archer queen that is back up at level 33. Now, here's what's entertaining about the hero grind is we got a lot of people watching the Town Hall 9 free-to-play series right now, and we are getting comments along the lines of how the hero grind sucks down there. Little secret for you, though. Town Hall 10 sucks, too. So, it's not any better than it is at Town Hall 9. Every level that you skip at Town Hall 9 translates over to Town Hall 10. I see a lot of comments of how I waste loot when I raid, when I'm raiding for Dark Elixir and I'm full on Elixir, full on gold. I get a lot of players saying, oh my god, spend your loot, you're wasting loot. Who cares? Dude, gold and Elixir is so easy to get in this game. Dark Elixir is the hardest thing to grind, but we will spend some gold today. I do have a builder that's going to be coming up in 54 minutes, so that will be the builder that goes over to our archer queen, and I need to grind a lot of Dark Elixir today. And we're going to go ahead and put this cannon down right here for another 3 days, and that's going to drop us back down to 4.5 gold. But in reality, gold is so overabundance in this game that you can steal it, whether you're stealing from dead bases or you're stealing it from very much alive bases. It stockpiles way faster than the Dark Elixir ever will. So that excuse of having full storages and not farming just doesn't make any sense to me. And this is why this base will continue to progress faster than what you might be doing if you have that mindset. All right, so let's go ahead and get into a raid, and we're using the miners again, but since we have our queen up, we switched into a queen walk miner just to kind of help us out a little bit and try to gain a little bit more Dark Elixir. We need to collect 122,000 Dark Elixir to put her back down for level 34. Man, that's a lot, dude. That's so much. We're also using a wall wrecker with the super barbs. I completely forgot about that super troop event that's going on right now, and we need to go ahead and get that one done. So I went ahead and unlocked the super barbs on my main account and donated those to myself. All right, so we're going to use this queen, and we're going to try to get her to move down towards the bottom side of the base. Let me make sure that she goes in the right direction before I drop the baby dragon. I want to make sure that she goes down towards the bottom side and then cut her up into this clan castle because there might be an electro dragon in there. We're going to have to pay attention to her health since she's having to deal with an expo. She's going to eliminate that mortar. Let's go ahead and drop that rage spell and power her up before she gets down into this bottom portion. We can go ahead and place this wall wrecker, and let's use a baby dragon right here. Hopefully there are no seeking air mines, because that would be bad. All right, baby dragon's moving up into that wizard tower, and it looks like our wall wrecker's decided that it wants to center itself. That's just so awkward. So weird. All right, queen's going where we want her to go. Let's see if she'll follow that wall wrecker into the base, but more than likely that is not going to be the case. Let's go ahead and freeze this expo, give this queen some more time. Let's go ahead and use a rage spell, get her health back up because we want to get her back into the next raid. And let's go ahead and freeze this location and give those super barbs a little bit of time. I'm not entirely sure how strong they really are. Let's go ahead and use our miners and maybe cause this queen to go up into the base where we want her to go. Miners are down. We got 3 heal spells, and that queen is being targeted by that expo yet again. No clan castle troops. Obviously, at this point, we know that there's no clan castle troops since those super barbs went inside the base. I don't even know why I have these wall breakers. I could probably drop them out of the composition. Looks like we've gotten a bulk of the Dark Elixir off this base. There was about 3,000 or something like that, maybe about 4,000. I lost track. So we did have a question of the day that I want to address, asking how many times I hit next in order to find a good base. That's a really difficult question to answer because it depends on what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for golden elixir, I'm looking for dead bases, and that's normally down in Gold League. When I switch over to looking for Dark Elixir, I normally push back up into Crystal League because a lot of bases that are very much alive have a lot more Dark Elixir. So sometimes I'll click next maybe 2 to 3 times. Sometimes I'll click next maybe 20 to 30. I don't really keep track. I just keep hitting next until I find the bases that I'm looking for. Let's go ahead and drop this heal spell over here. We might actually secure the 3-star. I don't know if we have enough time left. Probably not. 15 seconds might not be enough. Let's use that queen's ability to grab this gold storage. Miners are going to move down into the final buildings. Nice little pool here. Obviously no clan castle troops, so we were able to secure the 3-star and about 4,200 Dark Elixir. I like it. So let's give that second army a little bit of time to train. And in yesterday's episode, we showed off 4 of the top no siege clan war armies. They were phenomenal, outstanding attacks from the Built to War team over there. But it's also setting us up perfectly for the live stream that's going to be taking place tonight. It's going to be an absolute blast because we have the Town Hall 10 friendly challenge tournament going on for 1,500 gems. Now, obviously, if you're watching this after the fact, there will be other events in the future for Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11 as we continue to progress through this series. You just got to make sure that you're in our Discord server and be aware of what's going on because we do post all the information in there. And I do try to share it here on YouTube as well, but we're already at like 6,400 people in Discord. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So we should be good to go on this next army. Let me see how many times it takes me to hit next in order to find another base. Might have to stop it. Okay, so we have a lot of live bases. We just crossed up into Crystal 1 and we're starting to face off against very much alive bases. Now this base is very nice for Dark Elixir. It's got 4,000 Dark Elixir on it. Where's it located at? But again, this base is very much alive, and we also have to deal with the Inferno towers and stuff like that. Those are things that you don't have to worry about if you're facing off against bases that are very much dead. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's we got a clan castle centralized, town hall off to the side, Dark Elixir over here, we got Dark Elixir right here, we got Dark Elixir right there, and obviously a bunch of it in the center. So let's do this. Let's drop the queen up here. Let's drop the healers behind her. And let's see if we can get this queen to move towards the right. We might have to do a little bit of funneling for her, and there's a builder's hut back there that she might not go after. Actually, she turned around and grabbed it. Nice. Very nice. All right, so she's going to move towards the right. I need her to go into that air defense, and we might need to drop the wall wrecker off to her immediate left to kind of start tanking a little bit, maybe cut into this area. Let's see if we can get it. Where's the town hall at? All right, never mind. The town hall is off to the immediate right, so let's go ahead and drop the wall wrecker there. Let's drop the baby dragon right here, and let's see where she goes. Is she going to turn down? All right, let's go ahead and speed this up. We got to worry about that air defense targeting her stuff. We need her to cut back down, go after the air defense. She's going to do it. And looks like our wall wrecker is on path. Now, this is something that we have to worry about when it comes to queen walking with healers and multi-target Inferno towers, because they will target your healers. So let's go ahead and, no, we don't need to freeze it. We got a little bit of time there. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and freeze these expos, give those super barbs a little bit of time. And this queen is going to continue to walk down into this Dark Elixir exactly where we want her to go. So let's go ahead and drop some miners over here since it looks like the queen is in range of that clan castle. And we don't have to worry about an Electro Dragon, thankfully. That is a good thing. And we're going to hold on to our wall breakers just in case she goes in a direction that we do not want her to go. Actually, we might be able to open up another compartment since there is a rage spell right there. Are they going to open up that compartment? Yes, they will. Very nice. This is going to continue the queen down towards the bottom side of the base. But we need to make sure that we're paying attention to both things. We got a queen walk happening and we have miners moving through the base at the same time. So we need to make sure that we pre-place our heal spells and pay attention to the queen. She's about to step into a level 18 queen. We don't even need to use her ability. This is where hero levels obviously matter, because that level 18 stood no chance versus our level 33 queen. Then that's why you just got to do it, man. You just got to upgrade those heroes. They are so important, and they will help you out a ton and make your life so much easier as you raid. All the raids that you see here on YouTube will get so much easier as you progress and upgrade your troops, or especially upgrading those heroes. All right, let's go ahead and drop a heal spell in this location, possibly take down that final Inferno tower. Nice little walk here. The queen just basically went in a circular pattern. She's going to pick up the final Dark Elixir there. We did get all of it there, and this is where it helps out quite a bit. If you're doing Dark Elixir farming, then queen walking helps out quite a bit because you can change your army to maneuver in different ways than what you would do with just strictly miners. So we're going to get the 3-star on this one. Outstanding attack. Let's go ahead and move into another one. Now, one of the things that I've struggled with over the years when it comes to farming and looking for massive amounts of Dark Elixir is that I will find dead bases like this, and I always get stuck on them. I'm like, oh, I can't pass it up. It's so dead. I want to hit it right now. So we're going to go ahead and hit this one. It's just one of my things. I just can't do it. I see this dead base and I'm just like, I want to hit it so bad, and I can't help but do it. So we're going to come in on this base and do the same thing like we did in the last one. Do a little bit of queen walking, try to get this queen inside the core, but we want to make sure that she stays alive. So one of the things about farming with a queen walk is that you want to do your best not to allow her to die, because then you end up waiting longer for her to regenerate. This kind of sucks. And I got to make sure that I stop talking because she's being targeted quite a bit, and we got to use our rage spell to get her back up to health. Let's go ahead and bring in our wall wrecker and open up this compartment for her and see if she'll go in after that air defense. We got to make sure that she goes inside the base, taking down the air defense, and the wall wrecker will open up the core of this base. But again, we don't have to worry about those inferno towers. Now, in that last raid, one of the things that I didn't get to point out because I was kind of busy doing it is that we were doing some slightly advanced Archer Queen walk with Town Hall 10. And when you have to, the biggest difference between Town Hall 10 Queen walking and Town Hall 9 is that you don't have to worry about Inferno towers. And so that's one of the biggest differences there, is that when you change from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 10 and you start doing Queen walks, you do have to worry about those Inferno towers. And that's where these freeze spells come into play. And so you got to make sure that you have freeze spells to shut down the Inferno towers. Now, you definitely do not want to walk a Queen into a single target unless she can access it very easily, because once that thing locks onto her, you have to use your freeze spells or you have to use her ability to get her through that engagement, and it can be very, very dangerous. So let's see here, we're looking pretty good for the 3 stars. Let's go ahead and drop the baby dragon over here. Let's go ahead and drop our wall breakers since we didn't necessarily need them. And let's see here, the miners, we're gonna hold on to that rage spell. We don't want to waste it. Let's just go ahead and hold on to the rage spell. We will drop the heal spell though, because that comes first in the lineup, and it does take a little bit longer for our army to train. So that was a nice little pull, and it's just one of those bases that I just cannot help but hit. Nice little pull of Elixir. Again, we're full on Elixir, and we got about 600,000 gold out of that one, so not too bad of a raid after all. Okay, so I want to finish out the video on this final replay, not necessarily because it's a ton of loot, but because of what happened in the raid. And so I was recording this one live, but we had to deal with single target Inferno towers, and I was a little concerned of what was happening in the raid instead of commentating what was happening. So when I was looking at this base, I was thinking about sending the Queen Walk up into this region right here, sending the wall wrecker just ahead of her to go into this single target and block for her, and that way we could get to the core and get in on this dark elixir. Not to mention that there was some drills over here and one right here. And so I bring her in on the bottom side of the base. Now, one of the things about queen walking, and if you are an inexperienced queen walker, she will pick targets that you do not anticipate, and sometimes she will change direction and go in a different direction from your initial plan. What you do is don't freak out. You have to play into where she's going. So what I mean by that is that as she comes closer to that army camp, she's going to turn the corner. That's not what I wanted to happen. And she decides that she wants to go after that cannon. So I say, okay, I'm going to play into this, and I drop the wall breakers and open up the compartment for her. Now, we're starting to work our way into a bunch of buildings, and I want to make sure that she stays on course going after this air defense. So I bring the miners into her immediate flank over to the right and start sweeping through the base. Now, I do have to worry about the possibility of an Electro Dragon coming from the CC. So this is something to worry about, and it was a little bit of a sacrifice. So I bring the wall wrecker into her immediate right to start working its way into the core and also picking up the beam from that single target Inferno Tower. So remember, I only have 2 freeze spells and 1 rage spell at this point. So the wall wrecker gets on the wall, and it does pick up the beam from the single target. That's a good thing, but a bad thing because we also have a queen targeting the wall wrecker as well. So I freeze the single target, which unfortunately was a mistake on my part, and it changes the target and has the single target my queen instead. So I was a little slow on dropping the second freeze spell, but I get the rage spell down. So her ability was used, and the healers heal her back up. Now that single target will change target over to the super barbs, which gives the queen time to get in there and take down that Inferno Tower while the super barbs open up the compartment for that queen. So that's just something that you have to be aware of, is like you have to properly time your freeze spells to make sure that you don't have that single target change targets like that, but you also have to make sure that you have something there to block for that queen and also give her a little bit of time to get in on that single target Inferno Tower, because it will roast her and it will cause you to fail an attack if you don't time it properly. But we did use the miners off to the flank. There was no E-Drag in the CC, so we lucked out pretty hardcore on this one, and we were able to grab all of the loot off of this base. So we sped it up a little bit for you. We're going to get that final heal spell down. Miners are going to go through there and clear out some elixir. Queen's going to help out taking out some final buildings, and we walk away with a massive amount of loot. I think it was like over 700,000 elixir off this base, and then just under 700,000 gold with 8,000 dark elixir. Just an amazing raid, but some major lessons to be learned there. So hopefully you were able to get something out of the video today, guys. We did finish out about 95,000 dark elixir, so I got a little bit of ways to go before I can get the queen down. So if you enjoyed our content today, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and turn on notifications if you like watching us every single day. If you need an additional video support, click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.